I'm Matt Jaques with Victory First. Welcome to Trigger Time TV, brought to you by Raven Concealment Systems. Now we head out to Shadow 6, where we're going to talk near-far drill. Taking that baseline scope rifle and engaging targets from 1 to 300 yards. Take it away, guys.
Hi, I'm Melissa Gilliland with Shadow 6. In this episode, we're going to do the far near drill, or as Jim likes to call it, the lazy W. Take it away, Jim.
Hey, thanks, babe. Now, one of the things I want to talk about while we're talking about this drill is it covers so many different things that we've already talked about here and some of the things that we haven't talked about. There's a lot of validity of this, and it's really easy to set up. You can do it with steel, you can do it with paper, you can do it with objects that you have out on your range. But here's the basic setup. You set up your lazy W, and your 300-yard targets are in the back, and there's 3, and your 100-yard targets are in the front with 2. Now, an easy way to do it is to do the 9-inch pie plates, and in the center you put a 1-inch or 1 MOA square or a circle, and then on the 300 you put a minute of angle targets on there for a 3-inch or whatever distance you're going to shoot, and that'll give you a reference point when you're going through the drill. Now you start off from your firing line with 300-yard data. You're going to start on your left side, and you're going to shoot far, near, far, near, far, and you're going to transition to your 100-yard data, and you're going to shoot it in reverse. You're going to go far, near, far, near, far. Now, what this does is it goes from when you're on your 300-yard data, you've got to hold under at your 100-yard, and then when you go to your 100-yard data, then you got to shoot holding over on your 300. And here's all the things that we've covered in this. We've covered transition between targets from left to right and from near to far. We've covered dialing for different targets. We've covered holdovers and hold unders for different targets. And then even in addition to that, you start doing this for time, and it gives you even more of a stressor in there that you can start running in. Now, this is an excellent drill to start learning if you really are getting behind your scope properly, because if you don't set your parallax either at 100 or 300, you're going to be a little bit off for anywhere in between. So that's just something to keep in mind too. You got to be perfectly behind your scope while you're doing this too, or you're going to see some variance. The idea is that you're going to stack rounds at 100, one on top of the other, and at 300, get them easily within that minute of angle square or circle that you put on those targets. And that's telling you that you're doing the drill properly and you're holding where you need to. Now, where this translates into the real world, there's a couple of ways. In competition, there's a lot of times where you have multiple targets with a time standard. And if you have time, then you can dial, but if you don't, or they're close enough, you can just hold off. So we're training that on this. In the hunting world, you can think of it as some type of a varmint hunt, or something like that, where you're hunting prairie dogs or coyotes or something, and you've got multiple targets. And they're all over the place, and you can just start shooting and transition. Maybe you have time to dial, and maybe you don't. And then lastly, in the military and law enforcement world, you got to look at it in another way, to where if all of your targets, whether it be suspects or enemies or whatever it is, when they head out from a single location, they may not all run in a single file line at the same distance. They're probably going to spread out and go in different directions. And this is a way to give you an opportunity to train how to pick up your targets, how to get on them, pull the trigger, and then transition in different directions from one. Now, like I said, the way we are going to shoot it is we're going to shoot from left to right, right to left, but you can shoot this in any order you want, just understanding that you're going to have to transition between targets. So, now that we laid the drill out, we give you the explaining behind it. We've got our shooters here, Kurt and Ryan. Let's get on the firing line and we'll run through this and show you what it looks like in real time. Alright guys, we're going to shoot the lazy W drill. As you can see the way it's laid out and the way we discussed, we got 3 targets at distance and 2 targets close in. The distance targets are 300, close targets are at 100. You're going to start from the left and shoot to the right, far, near, far, near, far. Then you're going to change your dope and then shoot far, near, far, near, far. You understand?
Yes, Roger.
Alright, shooters ready.
Ready.
Stand by, engage. That right there, folks, is a lazy W drill. That's how you hunt the wolf and protect the flock.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Raven Concealment System, Troy Industries, Troy Defense, Sword USA, US Optics, Mayflower Tactical, Arbros, Keltec, Dark Angel, Black Hills Ammunition, Yeti, Aimpoint, Wiley X, and Wilson Combat.